Welcome back to SRL TV. It's the final match of the SRL Mines. I'm your Commissioner, Will Kay, for the SRL Mines. We have the Swarm running out. It's the Stingrays versus the Swarm. It's the battle for the Grand Final, really. After the Gunslingers dropping out, both teams on a win each. Only split by differential, but whoever wins this goes straight through to the Grand Final. And I'm sure that both teams are very keen to do so. So we have some experienced players in the Stingrays side. It's been a hyped up game, not as much so as the former in which the Firehawks won against the Gunslingers. Shamandinoli looks to start off this game for them. Both have been very dominant sides. The Swarm looking the better of the two in the tournament, but you know, we've had some upsets in the last couple of weeks. I think the Stingrays have the potential to get over the Swarm, but only time will tell the result, as we have some experienced players, namely the man, the myth, the legend, Jimmy Musa. He's gone a little bit absent from the camp for the Stingrays, as Tapoya goes to Sharp. And as I said, the Swarm Swarm and Stingrays both on 2 points. The Stingrays actually currently in second, and the Swarm in third. There's only 5 points differentials between them, so I think it'll be a very close game indeed, as Philly puts the first ball down. That's a huge error to start the game for the first set for the Swarm. You never want to fail on your first set, and Philly's put them in a bad position here, just knocking the ball on. And the Stingrays will have some great field position. Jack Tedesco goes to point. Riker Manu absolutely smashed by McKay. That is a huge play from him there. Stramandinoli, inside ball. Jimmy Musa can't get anywhere there. The little fella. He's reeled in as by Philly, I believe it was. Stramandinoli now, as we have him playing the ball. Tedesco goes to Windmill Skeed. Lecky Tua bumps off one. Offloads to Tedesco. Can't get away from Dylan Sharp. That is great defense there from the fullback in the right place, as Windmill Skeed's going to put up a very big bomb for that right side. And it's been batted back by Jimmy Musa, but no one's there to collect it. Philly diving onto it, and they get off the hook there, the Swarm. As we have Aaron White going to McKay. No luck there. Playing the ball, Rossini goes left to Tapoya. Aaron White down the sideline, tries to step one. Indeed, he does actually step Riker Manu. But not much more ground can be gained from that. Charlie Rossini puts it straight into the chest of Christian McKay. As Tapoya now from the inside his own 40. He's going to put a kick. He's trying to go for the other 20, I think, but nowhere near the distance for that. As Riker Manu through the line, can't get around Sharp. Looking dangerous early on here, the Stingrays. They really want this, as Windmill Skeed goes to Walmsley. Coven Walmsley not making much ground there. He's collected by Manu Philly, as Riker Manu now taking a run himself. Again, it's Philly in the position there to stop him. Stramandinoli. Oh, Schmidt's been folded. A chicken schnitzel, if you will, by the Stingrays defense. I didn't see who it was, but it was an absolute mammoth hit, I think. I think it was the rookie, Lecky Tua. Oh, and now with an error, the Swarm have been penalised for an offside, and the Stingrays will have a great chance to get some great field position here. And it was Logan Schmidt with the intercept, but immediate crunch of a tackle. It was brutal indeed. The Stingrays really looking dangerous early on. The Swarm need to pick up their game if they want to keep up with them. As Lecky Tua now through the middle. Dylan Sharp can't get to him, but he slows him down enough with the attempted ankle tap for his teammates to reach him. They go left. Driscoll taking on the line. He's putting his back there. Dylan Sharp over the top. You have Jack Tedesco goes to Lecky Tua. No dice there for a try as Winmore Skeed now pushing over the line. McKay is going to need to help him. Dylan Sharp there, that is, and he does indeed. Perinara backing up for the second game. It's going to be the last tackle here as Winmore Skeed plays the ball. Jimmy Musa with the kick, puts up a very high bomb, and Darren Lockhew taking it very comfortably indeed as it's the man Lecky Tua. Been good in the camp so far, taking it down the winger. He's been quiet in the camp so far for the Swarm after joining it. Manu Fa'afili driven back in that tackle there. Rossini goes to Lockhew. Steps one, Darren Lockhew. He's got a bit of ground, but there's no chance that he gets around the three Stingrays defenders. Rossini goes right. Schmidt to Tapoya. Tapoya's looking for that corner. Dummies! And goes himself! Hemi Tapoya's in for the Swarm! He's been one of the best prospects for the halves. And he's made Raikamani look a bit silly there with that dummy to no one. He looked to convert his own kick. There was a great effort there from him. As we just look at the live replay, and he's just gone off that right foot dummying and straight to the line. That's a great play from Hemi Tapoya. And he's proven why he's been one of the best players for the Swarm and maybe one of the best halves for the tournament. You know, we've had some talent. I don't think you could say with any amount of confidence that any team has a better or worse halves pairing. The Stingrays are relatively new halves pairing, but still potent. You know, Dominic Stromandinoli, a big boot archetype, and then obviously Felix Winmore Skeed on that left side. He's got pinpoint passing. It's good for both of them. As Fa'afili now through the line, making a bit of ground. There's been a lot of captain interest in Fa'afili. I've had a couple people ask about his availabilities and whether his statistics are right, because they thought it was too ridiculous, and I said no, that's just pure homegrown muscle straight from Samoa. As we have Rossini going to Fa'afili again. Plays the ball. Hugh Snow runs onto it. Lockhew steps one through the line. Doesn't try and turn the fullback inside out. Raikamani was rushing him very hard and it paid off in the end. He's going to play the ball now, Lockhew. Charlie Rossini going to Hugh Snow. Puts up the kick. Goes down to the wing of Nate Poit. And there's no dice there. He's reeled in that tackle. Is Dylan Sharp, the man to make it. And the Swarm defense looking to have stepped it up a notch ever since scoring that try. The Stingrays looking to have cooled down a little bit. Maybe they're getting a little bit tired. Looking to really improve their second half as we're just under 2 minutes away from the halftime break. Coven Walmsley now playing the ball. Stromandinoli goes to dummy, but you know, it's that man Fa'afili again reading that play perfectly and not falling for it as Jimmy Musa puts in a horrible kick. Aaron White now runs straight onto it. He couldn't get around the number 9 Coven Walmsley, but was very close to it. Fa'afili spreading it to Tapoya, who goes down the line as our cameraman can't believe it himself. And he goes straight into touch there, Hemi Tapoya. It's Jimmy Musa, the man, driving him in there. And that is a crucial error from the Swarm. They had some great field position. And maybe now the Stingrays hoping to score off the scrum. Hoping that they don't do the silly thing that they were doing last week with the forward passes straight off the scrum. Oh, and I've cursed that there. The commentator's curse returns as Jimmy Moose has been thrown a forward pass. And that is a critical error from the Stingrays. The Swarm right back on the attack. And Hugh Snow, oh no. Oh my God. I don't know what happened there. Dylan Sharp, I think he was lucky he was in the way, because otherwise that ball definitely would have gone forward. Tapoya taking a run himself. Just under a minute left in this first half. The Swarm looking to extend their lead as we have Sharp taking on the line. No dice there. Can't get around Raikamanu. Oh, and Tapoya's been folded by Lecky Tua. For Philly now with a run. He's looking to push over. He's on his back. And we have here near Perinari. He's going to send it upstairs. He's got no try. I happen to agree. It didn't even look like the ball got anywhere near the ground as he sends it upstairs. As predicted, a no try verdict is what the bunker decides on. For Philly goes right to Poya. I don't know what he was doing there. It looked like he was getting ready for a kick, but he just never pulled the trigger on it. You know, there's 30 seconds in this first half left. Poit looking to get through the line here. The Stingrays, they'll need a long-range try, or at least an effort to put him in position for something, as Stremandinoli was caught flat-footed there. McKay rushing up for that tackle. Tedesco goes to Jimmy Musa. Ball's good to Walmsley. No winger on his outside, unfortunately. Jimmy Musa was nowhere near him. He'll play the ball, and this will be the final play. As we hear the siren go, Lecky Tua, the man to take the final run. It's 6-0. The Swarm are up at halftime. Join us back in the second half, where we will see who joins the Firehawks in the final.
Call you, I need you, my heart's on fire. You come to me wild and wild.
Together today as the Super League war tears the code apart.
And it can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong.
You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met.
And Brigginshaw takes them on.
Welcome back to SRL TV. It's the Swarm versus the Stingrays. Them up, beating their opponents, the Swarm, 6-0. Tapoya looking to kick off. This game will decide who faces the Firehawks in the SRL Mines Grand Final. It's yet to be decided, as Tapoya kicks off. Stremandinoli there to field the kick. And Lecky Tua, if you've missed our first half, it was the Stingrays with the dominant first 5 minutes, but no result. And it was the Swarm that actually got the score in the likes of Hemi Tapoya. Doing well for his team as Walmsley's absolutely crunched in that tackle by McKay. He's been dominant this whole tournament, McKay, with the big hits. Himself, Snicko Bro, and Milo Kerrigan, all renowned for their massive shots that they're putting on players. Raikamanu steps one through the line. Tedesco can't get around McKay. And the rest of the Swarm join him in that tackle there. Tedesco's going to play the ball. It's Raikamanu. Deep pass to Windmill Skeed. It's a good kick there. Long, as Dylan Sharp fields it quite comfortably. And he's caught just at the 40 there. So we have Aaron White now. McKay through the line. Christian McKay making some great meters for his team there. The Swarm looking dangerous already early on. Ball's gone inside to Tedesco. Tedesco, he doesn't have the pace to get away from Topoya there. But he's got a great start to the set for his teammates. Stremendinoli goes to Poit. Tedesco, Stremendinoli, Lecky Tua meeting Christian McKay. Winning that encounter that time. Windmill Skeed, Raikamanu. Through the line, looks to turn the fullback inside out, gets the offload to Windmill Skeed. He's been deadly this first couple of minutes of the second half here, Raikamanu. Looking great as Philly has come up with the ball. It looked like Lecky Tua was taken without the ball there. The Swarm waving their arms, not happy with the referee's call. And I have to agree with that. I think Henry Perinara has missed something there. Topoya, inside ball to Lecky Tua. Karma is, I can't say that word on broadcast, but it's something as Walmsley now steps one. Raikamanu, he's gone in. And the Stingrays have an opportunity to tie the game up. I will let the audience enjoy that try there. The young fullback doing well, just getting around Dylan Sharp and putting it down, sliding in very smoothly for a try, just left of the uprights as Dominic Stremendinoli looks to convert. This is a very important kick for his team here. The SRL Mines is, like I've said multiple times during this match, whoever wins this is in the grand final. They are a grand finalist, and look at his face there, Stremendinoli. Isn't he happy with that result? It's all tied up at 6-all. Topoya has to kick off back to the Stingrays. It's going to be a huge finish here in this last just over 6 minutes, I guess. So we have Topoya kicking off, goes straight to Stremendinoli. Lecky Tua taking one for himself. It's a great effort there. The Stingrays really need a good set. They need to complete this set after scoring if they want to keep themselves in this game. You know, they don't want to throw the ball around too much. Just nice, simple footy as Coven Walmsley. We're looking at the replay of the try here now. With Raikamanu, beautiful footwork off the right foot. Goes left around Dylan Sharp, and the Swarm defense stood no chance against such an elusive fullback. Now we have Stremendinoli kicking it straight to Philly. And Topoya, he's done it again! He's kicked a field goal. I didn't see that coming. Hemi Topoya has put his team in front very early in the set. That's a great effort from the young half. He's done a great job. And it's virtually from where he kicked it just a couple rounds ago against the Gunslingers. As Hugh Snow fields that kick. McKay now through the line, weaving his way through. He almost got around. He got around Raikamanu, but it was Lecky Tua luckily there to grab that kick. Grab that not kick, sorry. Grab him and make sure he didn't make any more ground. Philly now with a run. Topoya goes to Schmidt. Driven back in that tackle there. I think it's Lecky Tua again, just being really dominant. McKay gets an offload to Topoya. Looked a little bit forward, but the referee says play on. Topoya, Rossini, White, Schmidt takes on the line. Couldn't get around them or over the top, so he had to settle for just driving them back about 7 meters. As Hugh Snow now kicks it down to the wing of Jimmy Musa. Jimmy Musa through the line. Can't get around Dylan Sharp. It would have been a good result for the Stingrays. It's not over yet. Still 3 minutes to go in this game. Stremendinoli almost running into touch there, but just managing to stay inside. Jimmy Musa goes to Jack Tedesco. Driven back in that tackle. I think it's McKay and Philly in that. As we have Lecky Tua through the line. He's gotten a lot of run meters tonight, and he's maintained that position. He's going to go left to Desco, to Stremandinoli. Rakamanu probably could have just taken on the line himself there. Last tackle, just under 3 minutes to go in this half. And the final game, Tedesco puts up a very deep kick. No one's running through to get it. And Dylan Sharp takes it comfortably. It's going to be a 7-tackle set. That is not a great finish there from the Gunslingers. As we have McKay now taking a run. Tapoya taking a run for himself. Just under 2 minutes left in this game. Once again, whoever wins this goes to the final. The Swarm looking to have a good set just to maintain their lead. Nothing fancy they want to put on as far. Philly breaks the line. Raikamanu making his way across the field to catch him. As we have Rossini, goes to Tapoya. Hugh Snow through the line. Can't get around him there. As Rossini's going to play the ball, Tapoya goes to Dylan Sharp. Lakiu's through the line, and he's put it down. The Swarm will win it. They won't come back now, the Stingrays. I don't think so anyway. And Lakiu, I think, has ensured that the Swarm, the Sunshine Coast Swarm, will go to the final against the Firehawks. It's been a great season for them. As Tapoya looks to convert, making it a 7-point lead. I guess, technically, if the Stingrays get a good chance, they could score in the bonus point zone and get the draw. Well, not the draw, rather, the golden point opportunity. But, you know, those are few and far behind. Stremandinoli looking to kick off here. He'll be needing to pull off something special off this kick. And we'll be looking to see what that is exactly. As Stremandinoli kicks deep. It's Sharp there fielding it. Goes to McKay. McKay, I thought he was through a gap there for a second. It looks like the Swarm will play very safe footy here to ensure that they remain in the final. We've got 10 seconds left. We have some of the Stingrays fans leaving the crowd, disappointed in their team. It's a packed stadium as we have the countdown. And that is it! The Stingrays walk away with the defeat. The Swarm with a victory. The Swarm will play the Firehawks in the SRL Mines Grand Final. It's been a tremendous game this afternoon. Putting body on the line. Every effort that's possible. And it was the efforts of Hemi Tapoya and Darren Lokiu that really got Swarm over the line. So we look at some of the statistics. Rakamanu getting elected man of the match. Lecky Tua making 94 meters. 11 tackles, 1 missed. 10 tackles, 1 missed for Rakamanu, making 83 meters. And then Manu Fa'afili, 142 meters. That is a big effort from the second rower. Hemi Tapoya, 110 for himself. And then Christian McKay, 98 for himself. Is some great efforts there. Hemi Tapoya making the biggest impact for his team in this match. Alas, I've been Will Kay. You've been watching SRL TV. That is it for the SRL Mines regular season. Next week, we have the final. It will be between the Firehawks and the Swarm. A very close matchup. I think a lot of people saw that coming. And I'm sure that'll be a great game. I've been your SRL Mines Commissioner. It's been a pleasure for you to join me tonight. And I look forward to commentating next round for the SRL Mines Grand Final.